As many of you have already figured out by now, there's an epidemic currently plaguing our society. A disease so contagious, it seems to claim new victims every day, with currently no end in sight. I'm of course referring to the coronavirus, otherwise known as Karen. Sorry, Aunt Karen. With no known cure, vaccine, or place of origin, there's no real knowing how many lives Karen has claimed. We just know the number is growing steadily each day. But perhaps something can be done about that. In difficult times, it's important to seek answers to difficult questions. While little may be known about Karen, leading scientists on the internet have discovered enough empirical evidence to determine what the symptoms may be. So with that said, take out your notebooks and sharpen your pencils, because today we're going to go over a few questions that can help you figure out whether you run the risk of catching Karen. Let's begin. Now, while it might be considered discrimination, it's important to cover all bases. So a good place to start would be, is your name Karen? If you answered yes, I wouldn't worry too much. Yes, theoretically you do run a high risk, but wait until we go through some of the rest of the questions to really figure out whether or not you're in the shit. The next question is, are you easily triggered? Now, a clear indication of a Karen-positive patient is that they probably wouldn't take that question lightly. Have you ever played victim? Now, while you might feel from time to time like life is kicking you down, a healthy individual will probably admit to themselves that that's just life. But if you're a Karen-positive patient, you're already letting people know that you are a victim. As we move forward, we ask ourselves, what is your relationship with the manager? Now, for whatever the reason might truly be, there tends to be a symbiotic bond between Karen and manager that even Bill Nye doesn't understand. And he's the science guy.
That just makes no fucking sense.
Now, it's inevitable that you're gonna have a bad experience in certain places, but a healthy individual will probably brush it off. Karens, on the other hand, will start raising hell. They want to see the manager ASAP, and they won't stop their rampage until they do. Moving on. Are you open to other people's opinions? Now, a common trait of the Karen is that they're always right. So when they're prompted by a question like, are you open to other people's opinions, they'll more than likely respond, as long as they agree with me. As we move forward, we ask ourselves, have you ever had a public meltdown? Now, this one's tricky. Everyone has a bad day from time to time, and sometimes all it takes is one comment to send someone completely off the edge. However, if you're the type of individual who will start shit over some misguided sense of self-righteousness, there's something wrong.
Do that again? I was delivering my pizza and what were you saying?
Get out of here.
Why?
This is private property and you're trespassing!
Will you please get out of my way so... Are you serious?
Reevaluate your life. As we continue, we ask ourselves, what's your take on wearing a mask? This one's special. A healthy individual will probably admit to themselves that while it might be annoying, it's still kind of a necessary evil. However, if you're one of the individuals who thinks that wearing a mask is comparable to slavery, what? Avoid this person at all costs, because there's a strong likelihood that that's patient zero. As a matter of fact, if you happen to know this person or be this person, contact the authorities immediately. The follow-up to that is, do you have any flaws? Listen, we're human, we're not perfect. If you're one of the people that can admit that to themselves, you're in the clear. However, if you're one of those individuals who thinks they can walk on water, trust me, you don't. Have you ever made any mistakes? Mistakes are what help us grow, to evolve. While we might not like making mistakes, they happen. The sooner you choose to embrace that, the better your life will be. Unless you're a Karen and you answered no, in which case you're fucked. As you can see, it doesn't exactly matter who you are, you run a small risk of being a Karen. No matter how vulnerable you might be to this character-killing disease, there are steps one can take to help drastically reduce their chances of infection. Steps such as not being an asshole in places where cell phones are likely present, accepting that you're not special. Ask yourself if you'll be made fun of before you have a public outburst. Social distance to avoid bringing shame on your family. The list goes on. While we may be in the early stages of truly understanding the damage that Karen can do on society, new evidence is coming to light every day. And with enough awareness, we only get steps closer to being able to eradicate the disease entirely. If you'd like to know what you can do to help aid in the progress to stopping Karen, please text self-awareness to 420-6969 to receive a free booklet and a Stop Karen t-shirt, as well as share this video to spread awareness. Because not only does every like, comment, share, and subscribe get us one step closer to stopping the spread, they'll be directly injected into my ego. Thank you for watching, and remember, don't be a victim. We all suck enough as is. Good night.